don't think that's a fair shot.
Is everyone who's a good coach as fit as you, Skip? I don't think that's a fair shot whatsoever.
I wouldn't want. I said it was a personal preference, and I wouldn't want him to be my head coach.
That have not had the perfect ideal physique, including my college coach. So I don't think that's a fair shot.
Okay.
And I'm allowed to have an opinion, Skip. I am allowed to say whatever I want to say on this show, as you do too. Bruce Broussard will join us, and he will react to Westbrook's comment, and maybe I have more to say next.
Yes. Well, that escalated quickly. Well, what's up, everybody, man? It's your boy, Hoop Jargon, back with another video. And before I get into the content, man, y'all know I got to get the YouTube stuff out the way. Man, if you have not done so already, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you be the first one when I drop these nuggets of knowledge on this page. And so without further ado, man, let's go ahead and get into it, man. I'm not going to lie, man. I rather enjoyed this exchange back and forth because, and the first thing I could think of is Stephen A. Smith would never. And the reason why Stephen A. Smith comes up in my foremind is because, you know, obviously he runs another very successful debate show in First Take. And all I know is when Stephen A. has run-ins with women, man, he does not stand his ground very often. Now, you can say this is because the situation he had with Michelle Beadle over the Ray Rice situation and when he got suspended from ESPN. You know, you can make your own prognostications from that. What I do know as well is I've seen several times when Molly has gone rogue on this show and he has not, quote unquote, checked her or in a softer way established order on his show. Because we all know we watch First Take for Stephen A. Smith. It's not for Max Kellerman, and his damn show ain't for Molly Kieran. So you would think that Stephen A. would have more control over his situation because he speaks real tough, as it were, when it comes to black issues, and especially about men. But when it ebbs towards this type of thing, Stephen A. Smith tends to kind of take the lower road, as it were. So one thing, again, I gotta give Skip his credit, man. He held his ground on his show. We watched now. You can argue that, you know, Shay Shay has a huge stake in that show as well. You know, watching Undisputed. But a lot of us watch it for Skip Bayless, too. You know, he's a very entertaining guy, whether you like him or not. He's very entertaining. And I think nobody's going to argue me on that. But one thing we damn sure ain't watching for is no damn Jenny Taft. I think we can keep it 100. We can keep it a stack on that. Nobody watches the show for Jenny Taft. They rotate the third person in and out, and it's okay. And I'm not trying to be sexist. I'm just being honest. So with that being said, Skip Bayless on his show stated his opinion about Mike McCarthy and his weight. And here's the problem, you know, in a lot of these spaces. So if you get to a point where you are, quote unquote, body shaming and you are making someone feel bad in this liberal space, and by liberal, I don't mean political affiliation. I'm simply talking about from a ideological standpoint, meaning that you live in this world where there's no real critique of anything because you're going to offend a certain person. That's what I mean by liberal. So in that space, you know, anybody can claim age shaming, body shaming, gender shaming, what have you. So it gets real dicey. And so it's really hard to kind of stand on your frame as a man, especially being a leader of a sports show as Skip Bayless is, without, you know, facing backlash or vitriol. And Skip, if you watch the clip, he said, it's my opinion. If I was a player, I would not take him serious. And Jenny Taft kind of just went, I wouldn't say she went nuclear, but she kind of started pontificating about how that's not a good take. And he has the right to say a take as well as she. And Skip, if you noticed during the time, he was like, next. And in short, that just means, of course, I know I have my opinion. It's my show. What are you talking about? Of course, like it's like you giving a person permission, like in their house, to talk as loud as they want to. Of course, it's my house. I can talk however I want to in my house. So it was just funny to see. And again, with the liberal spectrum, I did look at a lot of other news outlets, and they were saying how, go Jenny, you put Skip in his place and blah, 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 blah. And I think they are so far off the mark because any dude who knows some real game know that you don't go back and forward with somebody inside of your house trying to tell you what to do in your stuff. and Skip addressed it. He dismissed it, and he was like, let's move on. And you can see Shannon in the back just giggling like a little schoolgirl, man. He was loving every second. Which tells me they probably do that quite often behind stage. But, you know, whatever. That's just conjecture. But Skip, man, he stayed in his frame, man. I got to give him a lot of credit, man. Because, again, what you don't do when somebody is just kind of going off, you don't match their energy. Because why? When you do that, you're on the same level as them. Because as we know, and I led in with, nobody's there to see Jenny Taft, man. Like how they say in the Tim Chase, ain't nobody came to see you, Otis. And that's just what it is. So I think Skip did a very good job with that. And I think, you know, goofy people going to look at that and be like, oh, man, you know, Jenny put him in his place. But if you understand how a man's supposed to be, especially if you preside over something, you don't stoop down to the level. You let it be known and you move forward, because it's not a debate to be had, as it were. So that's all I got on this, man. So I thought this was a very good overarching situation. And so I had to chime in, man. So thank y'all for all tuning into the channel. Man, you know, do all the stuff, man. Sub to your boy. Check out the next video. I got some dope stuff coming down the pipeline. Till next time, hoop jogging. I'm out.